This party started. Whoa, boy. When you're in.
No, you froze. You were just like,
Yeah, I was like,
get that party started.
let's get this party
Get the
started.
party. Yeah, you keep pausing. But it'll do that sometimes when it's recording, but it seems to upload it.
Excuse me, ladies and
We're not
gentlemen.
going to stress over it.
Let's talk about the new push right now. I don't know how much you're keeping up because you've encouraged me and I've started watching a lot of stuff. What is this push right now to rejoin what's called Amazon? The Amazon selling thing. Vince and I've talked about it. It comes in waves. Some weeks you'll sell a bunch of items. Some weeks you won't sell anything. It's just the way it works.
Yeah.
But you've got one particular, and I wish I had his name because I would call him out, he has titled his YouTube thing is Fed Up with eBay, Try Amazon. And he is supposedly, again, he doesn't share his store name on eBay, at least not on this particular YouTube video. I don't really care to go watch the rest of the stuff because I didn't enjoy him too much. But he says, he talks about going and selling on Amazon now. I don't know. I'm not into Amazon. I do buy stuff from Amazon, but I'm not into selling on Amazon because a lot of the Amazon stuff, and I'm watching eBay right now outpacing Amazon. But we can talk about that for a minute as well if you want to.
Sorry. I got a work text come in.
I think he
Apparently.
totally lost what I was saying there.
No, I think selling on Amazon seems like something you could. I really haven't given it any thought about. So I've been running across some decent books. I think that's the first thing you should try to sell on Amazon. What everybody talks about, they make more money on Amazon than they do. But the problem I have with Amazon is you send your stuff in, then you have to pay them money to hold it, then they're going to ship it, and you end up making like maybe 20% off of the sale. So it sells for say $20. You're going to end up making $4. But you don't do anything. All you have to do is find it, source it, and send it to them. I'm pretty sure they pay for the label. I definitely, with my sealed VHS and sealed DVDs, I think they get a lot more money for them on Amazon. But I'm not sure if you really get a lot more back, right? They sell for a lot more.
Well, my problem with Amazon is I source Amazon for certain things. Okay, so we talked about this a few weeks ago. I'm still waiting on it to come in because apparently I ordered it on a rowboat from China. I'm getting serious. Folks, I think some things are put on a ship and some things are put on a canoe. Replacement UPS batteries. I've looked. I've compared the prices. Now, I can buy used batteries off of eBay, but let me ask you something, ladies and gentlemen. If you were to buy one of my UPSs that I was selling on eBay, and I say, yes, it's pre-owned, but you get it, and I've put a used battery in it, I'm going to get a nasty letter from you. You're going to send me a nasty message through the thing. So I make sure that I'm only buying brand new, and the brand new prices on eBay versus the brand new prices on Amazon, it's much cheaper. So mass-produced items generally sell for more on eBay and less on Amazon. But your more unique items, your more favorable items, your pre-owned, good condition items, it's better on eBay. So I don't know. We've had this discussion before. I don't know what podcast show we had it, but that was just one thing I heard this week is a lot of sellers, because of they're calling it the eBay slump. So we did apparently come through a slump on eBay where I wouldn't sell anything. You weren't selling anything. I took for granted and thought it was us. Here it is. I'm taking for granted that it's just us. We're not doing what we're supposed to do. But apparently there's a lot of sellers out there talking about the eBay slump, and there was about a 45-day window that was where it was down, and a lot of sellers they're angry about it. Here's my thing. If you're selling, you're going to have, if you're in sales or in around sales, you're going to have bad weeks. You're going to have some bad months here or there. That's why we take averages. We want to hit our metrics through averages. You're not going to hit it daily. It's not going to happen. I don't know. I'm not ready to leave eBay. I do think the new shipping rule with the shipping cost is crazy. Everything over from, it used to be like if you went a pound, if you had a pound and 3 ounces, it kicked it up to 2 pounds, and then 2 pounds was something else, and then 3 pounds, and all the way up. Now it's like straight up same cost for anything under 15 pounds.
It's not that way for me, so I don't know what you have
I
going
don't-
on. You've said that to me. You need to really look at that.
I've
Something
been looking
weird's
at
going
it,
on.
and for some,
The weird thing that I've been happening, and I had it happen on 2 of the things that I sold while I was gone. Two metals bought by the same person, same name, same address, same phone number, but from 2 different accounts. right? I didn't realize there was two different accounts. It wouldn't let me combine them. Do you know how if you go into eBay and if you click on the little bell at the top that shows you have stuff, if you click on that, when it comes up, you click on that and click on the thing, and it comes up and says buy bulk labels. Usually things that are by the same person, it combines them. But I did that, it didn't combine them. I'm like, oh, that's weird. I packed them both in the same box and then tried to put the tracking number in the other one. It said it was bought by two different people. Even though it's the same name, the same person, but their username was two different usernames. Both with zero feedback.
Well, why would you do that?
Which I thought was really weird. Right now, I did the same thing. I was looking at it. I've got this Wendy, somebody or another, in Hawaii, who bought 8 Little League pins twice. Same name, same address, exact same phone number, but they won't combine. And then when I click on them, it's two different usernames. It's the same username, but at the end, there's a different number on both of them. What is that? Are you able now to buy on eBay without setting up an account, maybe? Just as a checkout as a guest? So that way,
I don't know.
In both incidences, there was zero feedback. So I'm assuming they must be advertising them off the site. And then and it's no big deal because they charge them the ship. But they both were light enough that I could combine them. And usually in that instance, I would refund them back one of their shipments. Right. But instead, I have to now buy a label for each thing instead of buying one label for two things.
And ship it separately.
Ship it separately. Now I have to ship it separately. So instead of them getting one package to Hawaii, they're going to get two packages. It's the exact same everything, except for the username is different by one number on both of them. It's got to be something that eBay's now implemented where you can buy as a guest. That's the only thing that makes any sense.
I don't know. That is weird, and it actually, ladies and gentlemen, you're actually costing yourself, as a buyer, you're costing yourself more money.
Yes and no, it depends. A lot of people don't refund the show, but you can't combine the shipping because you can't have the same tracking number for two different people. And I was like, I'll just send it anyways. And then I started thinking, that'll mess up my metrics.
Yep.
Right?
And I wonder if they're not doing some guest thing, is that some kind of new thing? Because you and I have talked about zeros before.
Yeah.
We will sell to zeros. A lot of stores won't. They won't sell to people with no zeros, with zeros. We've talked about some of the stuff that people employ to try to do things. My mind automatically goes, it's either a guess thing, which could be a possibility, because that makes more sense than some kind of new thing where they're trying.
And the other
what
thing
would be the point in that?
It's not weird, but the other thing that jumps out at that, if they would have hit me up and said, hey, I want to buy these two, I would have got a better price, right? But hey, they paid full price, they paid full if I shipped them. The problem is on the other one, because it was those metals, I had put them at 4 ounces, but I decided to ship them in a box because I sent one that was in a poly bag that I had wrapped in paper, wrapped in cork, and it cracked the little case. The case isn't what you're buying, it just has to be in the picture. And then the person wanted a refund and said, you can send it back and I'll give you a refund, but they wanted to keep it and it ended up being fine. So I figured I'd put them in a little 4x4 box. That makes them like 4.2 ounces. So now I have to pay the 8-ounce shipping. So what they paid, and I give a discount on my shipping, it ended up costing me 20 cents a piece to ship them.
Is your interface in eBay still the same when you go to list something? Because mine's totally different. Mine is weird. I don't have the shipping stuff anymore. I don't know. It's like the whole... I wish I could share my screen and we could compare, but I'm scared the Apple shut down. But maybe I can take some screenshots. But it is totally different than it used to be. I don't know. And I don't have the shipping stuff like I used to. It used to be like you could choose your shipping and you choose your... If you wanted to do UPS Ground Advantage or if you wanted to do UPS Priority Mail or whatever, I have none of those options anymore.
Listing, I don't know. I haven't listed anything in a month, to be honest. I just keep selling similar.
Well, selling similar is what I'm looking at. It's weird. It's not, even selling similar, it's not giving me any of that. It's weird. I don't know what's happened. But it is.
No, I just acted like I was going to make a new thing, and it is all the same as it was before. Shipping policy section, I click on the policy that I have set.
Yeah, maybe because I used to could choose on each item how to ship things and what I wanted to use, and the packaging I want to use, the size of the packaging. Now it's just, I can select a carrier, a preferred carrier, but I have to set up a shipping policy now, which may be good. I don't know.
Well, I've always set up my shipping policies. It's much easier to manage. Then everything that's the same is the same.
Yeah, but what if it's not? So that I've got to put some time into looking at that. So that's a news thing we may report on here, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know.
But the best, you set up a shipping policy. So I have a shipping policy, the dimensional.
My shipping costs are way different than they were before.
You need to look at it and go back and set up a shipping policy because mine are not.
The item that one of the items I shipped this past week, which was a draw board, was an electronic draw board, plugs in your computer, you draw on it. And of course, they made me an offer. I counter offered. They took the counter offer. So don't be afraid to counter offer, ladies and gentlemen. But it only been out there 2 days, and they were looking at the items were like $20. The average cost was like $20 to $24. I put it at $18.99. They offered me like $14 for it. I was like, or they offered me $10 for it. I was like, no. They offered me $15, and I counter offered. Keep in mind, I didn't have anything in this, so I was like, sure. But when I went to ship it, I didn't really make any money on the shipping because it was that weird scenario again, because it weighed 1 pound 2 ounces, and I had listed it actually as 1 pound 4 ounces, and going, because I was like, it'll kick it up to 2 pounds, but no, 1 pound and 2 pound were the same price. And so I didn't make any money on shipping at all. And I'm like, this is weird. I don't know what they've done here, and you're saying you're not having that problem.
I'm not having that problem at all.
I'm very much having that problem. If I list something, it's basically costing me a pound. It's weird. It's not giving me a range. It's $6.32, 0 ounces, all the way up to 15 ounces for me now. And
no, right now, to buy my bulk labels, if I click on that, I've got a 12 ounce or a 10 ounce hat, and it's $5.07. I got an 8 ounce package going to Hawaii. My cost $4.68. I've got a 4 ounce going to North Carolina, which is $3.96, and I've got a 2 pound going to Pennsylvania, which is $7.16.
Yeah, see,
so
I don't have
everything is got its own price.
Maybe it's the store levels. This is what it costs you, and this is what it costs them, just like it was before. But everything the same cost up to a certain percentage weight. There's not the small breakdowns anymore.
Yeah, they're still there for me, so I don't know what's going on with your account. Did you get below standard?
I don't think so. I'm curious. I want to log in and see if I'm below standard.
I doubt you are. You didn't mess anything up, right?
Not that I know of. But there's other things that play into that. Let's see. I'm trying to remember how to go to it.
Go to selling.
And performance.
Go to my eBay. Go down and click on selling. In the middle of the thing,
seller level.
It'll have
no
seller level.
I'm above standard on past seller level, current seller level, transaction defect rate 0%, late shipment rate 0%, cases closed without seller resolution 0%, tracking uploaded on time and validated 100%, transaction sales.
You're not top rated yet?
I haven't sold enough to be top rated.
Maybe that's the difference. I'm top rated.
Because to get top rated, you have to at least 100 transactions and $1,000 sales within the past 12 months. I am almost there. I'm not quite.
Yeah, you need to get there because you're better than me on everything.
Yeah, I'm not.
I'm top rated. I would be top rated. My transaction defect rate is 0.35. My late shipment rate is 0.17. My tracking upload is 99.25. And then the last one's 0. Closed without seller. I'm not even as good as you.
You've sold a whole lot more too.
Yeah. I mean, so that's what I'm thinking. Maybe that's the difference in why you're getting charged more than I am.
Okay, so I'm going to go view order details on this last thing I just sold. And basically, yeah, shipping label was $8.02 for an item that was just over a pound. And it's not like it's a crazy size.
Where's it going to, though?
California.
You're going to the other side of the country, so it's more. Mine from me to Pennsylvania is for 2 pounds, which is what it ends up being, $7.16. But if I change that to California, it probably would be more. But the thing, the breakdown at the like less than a pound, it should be different breaks.
It's not giving me. It's giving me different breaks, but it's not the same breaks as we had before. And it's got like everything 0 to 15 ounces is $6. 1 pound to like, I think it's 5 pounds actually is $8. Because if you get over 4 inches, it charges me something different. And if I get over, what is it, 20 inches by 20 inches, it's something different.
Yes.
But yeah. Like, I'm pulling up another one here, a coat that I sold just recently. Let's go view order details on it, because it was similar the same way. My shipping was $6.09, and it was going to Naperville, Illinois. It was $6.09, and it was, yeah, total package, because it was a light, real light, like, what do you call them, active wear coat, yoga coat. Mm-hmm. So the total thing was only like 14 ounces. Total package in a poly bag.
Yeah.
And it was $6.09, and I could pull up another one. It was $6.09. You know, so it's not 16, it's $6.09. I'm like, this is crazy. What's going on? But I don't know. Maybe it is top seller. Maybe it is. I'm going to try to figure out what's going on with my shipping. And maybe it's because I don't have a shipping policy. I've got a returns policy.
But the shipping policy, it just makes it more streamlined for you. It shouldn't affect your costs. It should be the same cost no matter what. You can set up, like I have a set up shipping policy. The way I do it is everything, you can either get it Ground Advantage, you can get it Priority, or you can get it UPS.
See,
I don't mess with FedEx.
I have none of those options now.
But every item I have, you can get it all three ways. And actually, I put Express in there. If they want Express mail, I'll do that. It'll give them all three costs, and they can pick the one they want. But I do dimensional weight. Yeah, so I put the weight in there and the dimensions, and they pick it. You have to set that up, right? And then I have other ones. I give back 20% of the shipping cost. Of my discount, I give 20% back to make my shipping less. But the problem is, if you do that on USPS, it does it on all of it. So then they get 20% off of the media mail. The problem is I don't get a discount on media mail. So whatever media mail costs, it costs. So if I'm using media mail, I have one set up for $4.50, one set up for $6, depending upon if it's under a pound or over a pound.
Going back old school eBay, because they still allow you to do it, and putting in like a shipping handling fee, and then doing the total discount. So like charging like $1.95, $2.95 on the real smaller items and stuff. Not like my big paintings and stuff. That I'm not doing that. But like $1.95 handling fee, and then you get the actual cost. I've been wondering about trying that and seeing what would happen there. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. You just got to try different things and see what works for you. Or you can just say, if you know it's going to be somewhere between $4.50 and $5.50, make your shipping price $6 on all those items. I don't know.
And maybe I could do that. I've been doing actual cost minus 10%. Is what I've been doing up until this point. But I went back and I looked across all my items, which I'm up to 83 items. I'm over $1,000 in transactions, but I'm not there on numbers yet.
Hey, if you're out there watching this, understand where we are, right? I'm close to 1,000 items sold. He's close to 100 items sold. We're just starting, right? We're not those people with 14,000 items and we've been selling for 23 years and we know all the knowledge. We don't. We're learning as we go, and we're trying to share that with you and give you our perspective on what we've learned. Come along with us, and if you have any insights or something you can help us with, reach out. Remember, we're here. I would love to get a email from a listener to say, hey, fat boy, let me tell you how it's done. And I'm like, yeah, okay, I'll pay attention.
Everybody send him one down and says, hey, fat boy.
Man, I don't care. I know I'm fat. I'm not petite, never been petite in my life. If anybody ever called, the only time I am petite is when I hang out with my relatives, because I'm tiny in my family. It's the crazy thing, right? I'm 6'1". I was 6'2", but as I get older, the weight's pulling me down. But in my family, I'm the little one. I love hanging out with my cousins. They're all like 6'4" and 6'8". I feel like a child. It's nothing better than a big guy to be around a lot of bigger guys to make you feel like, hey, I'm just a little kid.
Okay.
I'm just saying, it's fun. So if you're over 6'2", come see me. I'll hang out with you. I'll act like you're
We'd
little.
love to have somebody actually we can invite to the cast too and have them come
Yeah,
on.
we got Mike. Mike, thank you again, man. You are our best listener, and you comment on everything we put on YouTube now. And I really enjoy hanging out with you. I'll see you in end of July, beginning of August at 127. And we're going to that thing. And
They're doing one of those.
Trouble's going to come along with me.
They're doing one of those.
What?
They're doing one of those here now. They've been building it up, advertising. It's a local one. They're calling it the 20-mile yard.
All right, when is it?
I don't know. I'll have to look it up.
Look it up. I'll drive my ass there, and we'll do it.
It's supposed to be.
I've got 3 GoPros now. I'll give you one. We'll videotape ourselves. 3 GoPros work. I bought 3 off of Goodwill, and I played with one the other day. But I got to get the little chest mount, or I've got the mount for my backpack, but I don't want to have to wear a backpack on both shoulders to make it. Otherwise, I don't know.
Anyway, back to what we were saying. I'm thinking I'm going to experiment. I did calculate my shipping money that I make, and I average like $1.15. So I was like $1.95 would actually be me making a little bit more. Some I make more than that, some I make less, but I average like $1.10, $1.15 per item across the board on shipping. So I'm thinking about trying the shipping and handling, and just then you pay exactly what the discounted rate is, because that pretty much covers my poly bag and my packing and my label and all that, because I'm still old school printing. Ben's, you need to get a thermo whatever. And I'm like, nah, I'm just using the old brother over here, taking the scissors and cutting it out and taping it on.
You need to get a thermal printer. No, once you do that one time, you're like, oh, why was I doing this? And in theory, once you start selling a little more, you will save money by using the thermal printer, because you might pay 3 cents a label, but you don't have to spend your time cutting it. You just print it, stick it. It's so much better. And you can buy one of those for $30.
Just print it and
Just saying.
stick it.
Print it and stick it. Don't. So I still sell, like I sold on Grail. One of the things that I don't even understand how it's sold. I sold a purse that was Michelle Obama articles from like magazines, and they made this purse that was all the magazines stuck together. And I had it on Grail, and I have no idea how it's sold, because I was on vacation. When you're on vacation, it hides all your stuff. They must have had it sealed. They must have had it saved, and then they sent me an offer for $25 on Tuesday of last week, and I accepted it. And then by like Thursday, they were like, "Hey, are you ever going to ship this out?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'm on vacation till Friday." And they were like, "What?" I'm like, "Look at my account." And they're like, "Oh, I see that now." So I don't even know how they saw it, but I sold that. It was one of the packages I shipped.
It's awesome.
Okay.
I think one of our next topics.
And you know what the item number was on that?
4.
14. Hey, that's crazy. You said 4. It was 14.
So
that was the 14th thing on that I posted. 2.5 years in, and 14. Everything eventually sells. Another thing I sold this week were some Winnie the Pooh bean bags that were from the Disney store, and they were $27.
I'd love to play cornhole.
Don't throw stuff away. Yeah, there you go.
But yeah, don't throw anything away, ladies and gentlemen. Put it on the store. It's amazing. The item that I sold this week was an item that my daughter actually got for Christmas like 5 years ago. It still said Windows 7. She's like, I don't want that now. And so she was going to throw it out. I was like, nope. And I made $16 off of it. So, okay.
Nice.
Paid for my store for another couple
So
months.
you listen to other podcasts, and they're like, what's your sale of the week? I sold this item I bought for $12 for $2,200. Here, it's, hey, we made $16, and we're happy, baby. We're doing the finger guns.
Yeah.
Thank you guys for listening. All right.
For you, ladies and gentlemen.
Again, thank you all for watching and listening. Have a wonderful day.
See you later.
Bye.